everybody just sit on your mat and sit up tall. And let's start talking about some of those critical connections. Last week, if you were in a reformer on a chair, I talked a lot about the 3 anchors, which is connecting the inner thighs together, the sit bones together, and then lifting that up into your low abdominals. So let's just start with that one. As you're sitting, you can have your knees bent or out straight. I'll do mine bent because we're going level 1 today. So find your right inner thigh connecting to your left sits bone, and your left inner thigh connecting to your right sit bone, like a little X, pulling together, and then lift that up. Lift the abdominals to lift the inner thigh sit bone connection. Now your 3 anchors are connected, or pelvic floor, as some people call it. So keeping that connected, let's just pull deeply into the powerhouse, all these abdominal muscles, pull deeply in, and let's start to roll back. I'm pressing my feet down, I'm curling my tail, tipping my pelvis back, pulling my abs strongly into my back, lengthening my spine down. And we open up the spine that way. Now that we're here, let's just do some fundamentals. One of my favorite Pilates exercises is a fundamental called imprinting. All right, so just lie with your legs together, ankles and everything. And we're gonna imprint the spine. Take a big inhale through your nose. And another exhale through your nose. And as we breathe each time, think about completely filling the lungs and completely emptying the lungs without force. Use your diaphragm, use your abdominals, and let's imprint our spines. Imagine that your spine is made of molten lead. And with each exhale, that lead just gets a little heavier and starts to melt into the mat. And now let's focus our breathing on the back of our lungs. You can even put your hands back there if you want. I'm going to put mine at the bottom of my ribs. And even just doing that, my right shoulder is a little tight. And I'm going to try to breathe into my hands. Especially women, we tend to be kind of chest breathers, and we want to be back breathers. So just think about trying to breathe down and into your hands. Let's take 2 more breaths. I'm going to bring my hands back down to my sides. And let's start our 100. Let's just do it with our knees bent and our feet on the ground. And to get there, you can even use your hands on your thighs. Look up like you're looking over a ledge and have a lot of space under your chin like you're holding an apple. And then pull yourself up until you're at the tips of your shoulder blades and your abdominals are pulling in. Not that, you don't want that rectus poking out. You want the transverse really pulling in. And now just reach your arms out and we're gonna pump the arms. You breathe in for 5 pumps and out for 5 pumps. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Are your 3 anchors connected? Breathe out. And in. And out. Fingers together, arms long and strong. We're just oxygenating the body, getting our blood pumping, and strengthening the powerhouse. Let's do 2 more sets. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time in. Last time out. And now as we roll down, let your arms come with you up to the ceiling. The 100. Now let's do the roll up. So this is getting out of bed, all right? Let's warm up our shoulders and our back. Here's another critical connection to make is the rib-scap connection. So find your 3 anchors, lifting up into your powerhouse. And now find the front of the ribs are kind of reaching down and into the mat, and the shoulders are pulling into the ribs. So there's I'm just gonna give you a visual since we're not in the same room. The shoulders are pulling down, and then the front ribs are pulling into the shoulders to make this connection come together. All right, so let's think about that. I've got my 3 anchors connected, my knees are together. It really helps me squeeze the inner thighs. And now I'm pulling my shoulders down my back and pulling my ribs to my shoulders in that shape. Try and keep that connection. Inhale your arm as you reach your arms back. And then exhale, bring it up. So I'm squeezing my knees, I'm lifting my inner thighs into my abdominals. And when you go back, the rib-scap connection will help keep your back from arching as you reach your arms back. Let's do that 3 more times just to get our shoulders moving, connected. And up. Last 2. And up. Last 1. This is called ribcage arms in Pilates. We're trying to train arms move from the back. All right, with your fingers together, long and strong, your shoulders plugged in, your 3 anchors lifting. Take an inhale, and then exhale, you come up into your 100, and you roll up to sitting. If you're all connected, you should be able to get there, especially with your knees bent. A full roll up, your legs would be out long, and we're just gonna now reach forward. I'm gonna pretend that my back is gonna stay against a wall here, and then my spine is gonna lift up and over. So we're trying to have thoracic flexion, but I'm pulling my hip bones back. And then inhale, let's roll down as we inhale. So we're gonna curl the tail. 3 anchors strongly connected and roll. Think of lengthening the spine down into the mat. And here we are again. Arms go back, arms to the ceiling. Exhale as you roll up. You can do it with your knees bent, no problem. More important that you stay in your powerhouse and you keep your arms parallel to the ground. Now find your rib-scap connection. Woo! I'm working a lot harder in my powerhouse now. And then I'm gonna curl back. Inhale back. And exhale up. We're just gonna do 5 roll-ups now. Knees bent or straight, but when you get to the top, straighten the legs, reach. And then you can bend them again as you go back down if you need to. Inhale back. Reach. And roll back. Bone by bone by bone. Inhale back. And exhale up. And inhale back. And exhale up. And it feels really nice to be able to do a nice roll up. And we'll just do 1 more. Make it your best one. Everything's connected. 3 anchors, rib, scap, powerhouse. Exhale. And now we'll go into 1 leg circle. I'm gonna roll onto my back again, and I'm gonna take my right leg up to the ceiling as I go. All right, so left foot, I'm gonna flex it and reach it across the room. Shoot your heel for the baseboard over there, and then let's roll back. Take the leg with you. Leg circles. So inner thigh strength for sure. cross the body, really pulling the 3 anchors in and up, and then go down, around, and back up. Cross the body, find your 3 anchors, find your powerhouse, stabilizing your pelvis, down, around, and up. Let's do 4 up to tempo with a little stop at the top. My legs in external rotation. Look at that, rectus femoris pulling up into your hip. That's what gives you the really nice dancer Pilates legs. So let's go 4 up to tempo. Down, around, and stop. And circle, and stop. 3 anchors, and stop. Rib scap, and stop. Last one. Now let's just take a little stretch. Just pull your leg to your face. I'm gonna flex and point my foot. I'm gonna do a little ankle roll. It's popping. Ankle roll the other way. One more stretch. And bring my right leg down. Flex that foot. Point the left foot, externally rotate, and raise it up to the ceiling. Long Pilates point. Let's go slow again to find all our connections. 3 anchors, rib scap. Go across the body, down, around, and up. We go across, down, around, and up. Now 4 up to tempo. Ready? With a stop. And across, down, and up. For 3. For 2. Last one. Now we reverse. Let's go out, down, across, and up. I do both sides. Did I reverse on the other side? I don't know. Let's just circle that leg 3 more times, out or across and up. Last one. And let's take a stretch. And I'm going to flex and point the foot. The side's tighter on my body. And I'm going to roll the ankle all the way around. And then reverse my ankle roll. All right, lower that leg. You can bend your knees, or we'll do a full roll up to come up to sitting. Inhale, exhale, find your 100, and then up and over. And we'll go into rolling like a ball. Our spines love it. Don't do what I'm doing, I'm pulling my pants up. Bunch of roll-ups always pulls my pants off, it just does. Come to the end of your mat. And we're gonna go into a little ball. So you don't want your knees any wider than your shoulders. And you're gonna wrap your hands around, hold one hand like a bracelet. And then you'll find your lifted C curve. Here's a hint, it's very much like your 100, but you're sitting up now. 3 anchors, lift up, and then rib scap. We're holding. Keep your chin down. You can just balance here if you like. Otherwise, we're gonna roll like a ball. Roll back to come up. Balance. Exhale to come up. Use your breath. Let's do 4 more. Lost my rib scap. My shoulders started creeping up. Last one. And put your feet down. We'll go into the abs series now. Slide your hands behind you with your fingers facing your body. There's a little moment for a chest opener and a wrist stretch. Now scoot your booty back to your hands and bring your right knee in. So single leg stretch is tying your shoes. You know, we do this every day and we need this flexibility to not hurt ourselves. So bring your leg with you. My right hand's on my right ankle and I'm gonna roll back to the tips of my shoulder blades. And then pull that knee to your chest. Give it a stretch. Now float your left leg and let's switch. Give it a stretch. Right leg's reaching. 3 anchors connected, rib scap connected. And let's do 5 up to tempo. We switch and switch, switch. Try not to let your hips shake side to side here. Your powerhouse is reaching your pelvis away from your ribs. Last one. Pull both knees in and lower your head. Let's look to the right. Try to keep your chin up. So you don't want to bring your chin down to your shoulder. Think of spinning your head on its axis and looking to one side. Trying to get the ear to the ground. And then I'm going to spin my head on its axis the other direction. All right, and we'll go into the double leg stretch, which I call getting something out of the low cabinet. I have all these low cabinets and I have to always bend down to get them. So we want to be nice and strong and supported and not hurt our backs when we bend down to get stuff. So pull both knees in, lift your elbows high. Find your 3 anchors connection and your ribs gap. We're going to bring our arms up by our ears and shoot your legs out. Circle your arms around wide and pull it in. Now we'll do 5 up to tempo. Reach it out, pull it in. 3 anchors, pull it in. Ribs gap, pull it in. Last 2. Last 1. And lower your head. Let's just do some head nods. So bring your chin down, keeping your head on the floor, and just stretch the back of your neck out. And now lift your chin to open your throat. And let's do it one more time. Nod down and nod up. Ponytail's in the way. All right, let's go into single leg stretch. Our hamstring flexibility, single straight leg, it's scissors. All right, we're gonna come up into our nod and curl. If you're just totally juiced already, leave your head down, it's fine. Both legs up to the ceiling. Again, that external rotation, so you get your nice Pilates legs, dancer legs, and then nod and curl up. If you're gonna lift your head, pull one leg in, lower the other to the mat. And we switch, and switch. I just did my rib scap connection and it made this a lot harder. Let's do one more each side. And then pull your knees in and rest your head. I wish we were in the same room. I miss teaching the people. I'm just like talking, teaching myself. All right, we're gonna go into double leg lower lift. So both legs up to the ceiling, external rotation in your Pilates point. Again, leave your head down if you like. Otherwise, hands behind the head, nod and curl up. Find that rib scap connection. And we reach the legs away and pull them up. Find your 3 anchors. Reach them away and pull them up. We're trying not to let the pelvis tip. See? It's like pretty easy just to rock back and forth here, but think more of reaching away. Pelvis stays stable. Let's do 3 more. Last one. And then bend your knees in and come down. Next, we'll go into crisscross. We're training that spinal rotation. So just like when we put our head on the ground, you want to try and spin on the axis, not like roll over, you know? All right, so pull one knee in, reach the other out. Just like single leg stretch, but we're gonna add a twist. So hands behind the head, find the axis of your spine, nod and curl up, and then on that axis, rotate your shoulders and look behind you. And then switch and look behind you. 2 more. Last one. Pull your knees in. All right, let's do another good roll up to sitting. we'll go into spine stretch forward. So bring your feet mat width. They don't need to be much wider than that. Flex them. Find your 3 anchors sitting up. Reach your arms forward. And we exhale forward. Just like the roll up, you're keeping your back against a wall. And then inhale up. And exhale forward. And inhale up. And then exhale forward. And inhale up. Last one. And inhale up. Guys, I'm gonna open my door. I'm sweating. I had my fireplace on earlier. Let's take a moment and grab a little sip of water. And we'll come back. Bring your hands under your thighs, behind your knees. All right, and sit up tall. We're gonna do open leg rocker prep today. So you just lift one leg and try to straighten it. Find those 3 anchors. Find your powerhouse pulling in. Lift your leg. And again, we'll just go back and forth there. Just trying to have control over the whole body. Lift your elbows high. Find your rib scap connection. Last one like this. Now let's try to get both legs up there. I'm gonna walk my hands up to my ankle. You can just keep doing one leg at a time. Walk your other hand up to your ankle. My feet are just the width of my body. And we're just gonna balance here. Find your rib scap. And close your legs together and let's roll onto our backs for corkscrew. So again, external rotation, and let's just make it real little. Circle around both legs and reverse each time. Nice and small today. If you think of your sacrum as a dinner plate, it would be rolling around the edge of that dinner plate by using the abdominals to move the pelvis. Let's keep going. Let's do one more each direction. Little circle. The more you reach your legs away, the more it takes in your powerhouse. And then bend your knees. Set them down. Let's come back up to sitting. So a beautiful roll up. And then bring your feet mat width again. We'll go into saw. And I call this one either yelling at the kids or the dog in the back seat, whoever, because you got to turn around. Stop doing that. Just kidding. I love you. All right. Arms out to the side. And there should be a little bit in front of you. Side is, you know, you don't want them behind you. Flex your feet. Find your 3 anchors and your rib scap. Let's lift and twist. Try to keep this stable so the powerhouse holds your hips and then the powerhouse twists you so you can see what's going on in the back seat. And then we're going to lift up and over and reach pinky finger for pinky toe and come back up. We'll do another slow one to this side, finding the shape we're supposed to be making. Rotation and flexion. And come up. Now we'll jump up to speed with the breath. So we exhale to twist and reach, and inhale up. Exhale to twist and reach, and inhale up. Let's do 2 more each side. Up and over, really stretch your back. And last one. All right, close your legs together. Let's do a roll down. And then let's flip onto our backs. We'll do it onto our tummies, and we'll do a little swan. With your hands under your shoulders. And your forehead down on the mat so you can have a nice long back of the neck. Guys, booty. So 3 anchors will help you get into your swan so much. But I want to try to not sink in the low back. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but we want to curl the pubic bone under and then reach out the crown of the head. So let's come down, forehead on the mat. I'm pulling my 3 anchors up into my powerhouse. I'm reaching my elbows back. I'm finding my rib scap connection. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to reach out the crown of your head. Keep everything connected. If you had a spotlight on your sternum, it would be shining at the baseboard across the room. And then come back down. Whole body long and strong. Prepare. Reach out. And then reach out more to come down. Pull your body through your arms. Let's do 2 more. And reach out to come down. Last one. You can take your hands away if you like. You can even reach your arms forward if you can stay out of the low back. And come back down. Press your hips over your heels for a rest position. So in Pilates, a rest position isn't quite like a yoga child's pose because always we're going to be rounding the spine. So abdominals lifting into the back and trying to round the low back. Tail curling down. It's lifting up. All right, and let's flip onto our backs again for shoulder bridge. Just make it nice and neat. Joe liked everything to be efficient, very German. Let's roll onto our back. Keep your knees bent this time. So if you can have your feet and knees all the way together, it's great. It's not completely necessary, but do make sure that your feet are parallel, not turned out. So toes facing straight in line. And I'm gonna pull my feet back a little bit more. So I can't quite touch them with my hands, but they're pretty far in. And let's prep for shoulder bridge with a little bit of pelvic clock. So if your belly button is 12 o'clock and your pubic bone is 6, let's just rock back and forth between midnight and 6 a.m. And try to get your abdominals to do the work. Midnight is belly pressing down, the whole back is on the mat. And then 6 a.m. it's tail heavy and there's a little space under my back. You can keep those front ribs together while you do this. Rib scap connection, super duper. And if you can keep your 3 anchors in and up, super duper. All right, on my last rock back as my hip bones come down to the floor, I'm again just trying to find a heavy tailbone and my rib scap connection, my bottom ribs really connected to the mat. And we're just gonna reach the tail and lift up into a shoulder bridge. So when you get into your bridge, I see a lot of people that like pop up and they're actually arched like this in a bridge, and that's not what we're going for. We're going for the whole thoracic spine, not the whole, but almost half of it. The shoulder blades should be down and you should be curled in right here. The powerhouse is strongly lifting in. I don't know if you can see because the, video quality of what's going on. And then you want to roll down. Try to get the middle back down first. You got to really use that glute connection. Like my glutes are firing like crazy to be able to roll down. And then we pelvic clock. And let's roll back up into our bridge. And roll down, bone by bone. And we roll up. Really opens up the hips. It's also stretching my knees, strengthening the hamstring. Roll up and down. Let's just do one more. Roll up and down. All right, let's go into side kicks. So I'm just gonna slide to the back edge of my mat. And this will give me kind of a reference for my spine. You just wanna think of your spine being flat, like you're standing up. Bring your feet to the front edge and your hand in front of you like a kickstand. And then I'm gonna not sink into the shoulder, and I'm not gonna look at my feet. I'm gonna look straight ahead because I'm standing up long, tall, proud. Float your top leg and then externally rotate it. And then point the foot, plantar flexion. And let's go front and back, front and back, and front and back. Let's just do 3 more. And back. I'm already looking at my foot. My bottom leg came up. We should be using those hip abductors to press the bottom leg into the ground. Sometimes it's hard to remember to do everything. Bring your feet back together. Stay in that external rotation, and let's go up and down. Just 2 more. Last one. And now let's just make little circles. Little circles. I'm gonna paint a dessert plate with my toes. And reverse. All right, roll onto your tummy with your head on your hands. For beats on belly, put your forehead down. Find all that connection like we did in swan. So 3 anchors pulling into the abdominals. Scapula connecting to the front ribs. And now float your feet a couple of inches off the mat. And just beat your heels together. Open them 3 inches, close them. Let's do it fast. For 10. All right, and float them down. And we'll go side kicks other side. I'm gonna have my booty facing you so I can just roll over. And then I'm lined up with the back of my mat. I float my legs to the front corner. I look up, float your top leg, turn it out, and let's kick front and back. Front and back, and front and back. Last 2. Last one. Bring your ankles together and let's go up and down. Up and down. Reach it up. Pull it down. For 3. For 2. For 1. And let's just do our little circles. Paint a dinner plate. And then reverse the painting of the dinner plate. And let's just roll into our backs. We're gonna go into teaser 1 leg. So again, this is real abdominal strength. So we're gonna need all of our critical connections. 3 anchors pulling up. Rib scap pulling down. And now keep your knees together, but reach your right foot, straighten your right leg. Knees still touching. Bring your arms up, and we're gonna slide our arms parallel to our leg. And if you need to use your hands, that's absolutely fine. So lift up into your 100, and then roll up to sitting. And then curl back. We won't hang out at the bottom. Arms go overhead, exhale and roll up. 3 anchors, rib scap. Let's do 2 more. And roll down. Last one. And switch legs. And roll down. And roll up. We're gonna do 5. This is 2. 2 more. Last one. Good job, guys. I just know that you did it. All right, we're gonna flip over again. For swimming, roll back and flip over. So for this one, let's do a prep exercise called flight. So just lay with your arms by your side and your forehead down on the mat. I'm up because I don't think you can hear when I'm talking into the floor. And then bring your arms with your palms facing the ceiling. And let's just be long and strong. So find the 3 anchors pulling up, the rib scap pulling down, reaching out the toes, reaching out the crown of the head. And I'm just gonna float my head 1 inch and float my hands 1 inch and get a little longer and a little stronger and open my chest and come down. 2 more times, connect everything. 3 anchors, rib scap and float up and float down. Last one. And come down. Now keep everything connected, but bring your arms overhead. Really make sure you've got your 3 anchors and rib scap. Now we're gonna float the right arm and the left leg and bring them down. And float the left arm and the right leg and bring them down. And now let's just alternate. I'm gonna float my head, but you're welcome to leave it down on the mat. So I'm pulling everything together, and then I'm gonna lift and lower, and lift and lower, switching each time. Right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Let's do 2 more each side. Last one. Last one. All right, and then let's sit back in our rest position again. Knees together, tail rounded, whole spine rounds. And we'll just walk out into our front support. We're not gonna do any push-ups today. I'm just trying to do this like length thing, you know? So let's just go out into our plank. It's just a front support with your toes tucked under. And then again, I'm gonna tip my pelvis back a little bit. It engages the powerhouse a little bit more. Really lifting the 3 anchors, finding the rib scap. Head in line with the spine. Whew, and let's come down and back into a rest position. And let's do it again. Right back out into your front support. And let's hold it for 4 breath cycles. And gently set your knees down and go back into a rest. Let's flip over on our booties and do seal. I love it. So it's a lot like rolling like a ball, but this time, knees are a frame of the body width. Clap your hands together. Dive your hands between your ankles, separate them and wrap them around your ankles. So the ideal is actually to have your hands flat on top of your feet, but you might even just have to do this. That's fine. I'm gonna turn sideways. So clap, dive, and wrap, and then balance. So a little bit tipped back on the back side of the sit bones. My knees are a little too wide. I'm gonna pull them in. And then I'm gonna find my 3 anchors. So moving the thigh only from the hip, we're gonna clap, separate the legs, and then roll back, clap again, and come up. Clap, 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 and roll, and clap, 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 and roll. No weight on your head ever. And roll, stop at the shoulders, and roll. And roll into yourself. And come up. Just 1 more. Oh, I scoot back. I'm gonna take one lean over my legs just to stretch the back chain. This is not Pilates, this is just me needing a leg stretch. But I am trying to do it in Pilates form, like rounding up and over a ball and keeping my sit-bones planted. Whew. All right, guys, I think that's it for today. I feel good. How do you guys feel?